Another day in the studio.
You know what I would love to do?
A new show set to debut.
The thing after war is peace, and I would love to be able to make the peace symbol. Wouldn't that be great?
That's what Dance Kaleidoscope is all about.
One of the things that I'm proudest of is that we have established an artistic reputation with the people who live in the city, because you ask anybody who knows about Dance Kaleidoscope, what are they like, and they will tell you artistically they are really incredible.
David Hochoy is celebrating 25 years as Dance Kaleidoscope's artistic director.
I feel like I just got here yesterday.
To think, when Hochoy got here, Circle Center wasn't even built. The Pacers were playing at Market Square Arena, and the home of the Colts was still called the Hoosier Dome.
And I felt like the city was on the verge of discovering something about itself. I felt like there was kind of like an excitement that was about to come, that was building.
Hochoy's career started in New York City.
I was in New York pursuing the career of a professional dancer, and I was dancing with a very famous dance company, the Martha Graham Dance Company, and I was dancing with Martha Graham herself.
After more than 15 years under Graham, Hochoy branched out to try teaching at Texas Christian University, but it was a classified ad that caught his attention. The board took a chance on Hochoy's New York City style.
Was there ever any sort of power struggle with, let's say, your artistic creativity versus what, let's say, the board wants?
That's a very tough question you're asking me. When I first came, I think people were a little apprehensive about the way I did things, because of course I was doing some things that were very different from the previous artistic directors. So there were lots of questions.
Like what?
Like, boy, you are an investigative reporter. Like, why am I doing so much of my own choreography? Should we be bringing in more guest choreographers? Things like that.
Were you ever pushing the envelope too much?
From the beginning, I was, because I'm gay myself, I always pushed same-sex coupling on stage, and I'd have to say that Indianapolis was, sometimes we got some comments from audiences that were, they weren't quite ready for it.
Dance Kaleidoscope is in its 44th year. It's made up of 14 dancers, some apprentices, and they come from all over.
Probably 40 or 50 dancers have come through the company.
Wow.
So to train them all and
Yes.
to cultivate them and to pull what's really, really wonderful about them and to groom them to be really fabulous, consummate artists, that takes a great deal of work. I always say that the hardest thing about my job is insisting on artistic excellence day in and day out. So you should be maybe supporting them up too, right? Okay.
Has there ever been any sort of financial struggles with Dance Kaleidoscope?
Oh, joy in the beginning. The first 5 years that I was here, it was horrible. We didn't know where the next paycheck was coming from a lot of the times. I mean, we went from paycheck to paycheck. I mean, we were so in debt and we were so broke, and it was just horrible.
After the first 5 years, Dance Kaleidoscope built a solid financial foundation. Hochoy continues to be mindful of production expenses without sacrificing quality. He's also a champion for his dancers.
You know, when I first came, we had no health insurance, and one of the things that I insisted on, and I told the board this from the beginning, is that I said the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have health insurance for the dancers, right? Because it's not fair to ask them to put their lives on the line like this and not have health insurance for them.
25 years as artistic director means this dancer turned choreographer, now Boomer, needs to keep up with his students. He works out 6 days a week doing Pilates, weights, and cardio. He says he learned this the hard way after injuries and some surgeries throughout the decades.
How would you describe your style as a teacher? Are you demanding?
I'm very demanding, and I'm very high energy, very high demanding. I like classes that are very athletic. I like classes that put a great deal of demands on you, because when you work yourself up to incredible strength and stamina in class, that it means that you're much more prepared to do what you have to do on stage.
Hochoy hopes to one day see Dance Kaleidoscope offer a full-time school for all ages specializing in contemporary dance. In the meantime, Dance Kaleidoscope is on stage at the IRT February 25th until March 6th, featuring music from the 60s. Joy Demandin, Boomer TV.